future.
Hello and welcome back to Late Night Live. Now I'm here still in the studio with Paul Gleave and Kierno, chatting about all things music. Before the break there we were just talking about kind of writing processes and things like that. Kierno, you've set up your very own record label, which in itself is a bit of an achievement, but you're a singer-songwriter too. What grabs you about artists? What really makes you think, yes, they're great, I want them?
Honesty within the artist is very important to me. It's like I've been doing this since I was a child, since I was 9 years old, and worked with with show bands originally, as you probably heard previous interviews, etc. But definitely someone who's you can't manage the unmanageable.
Yeah.
You can't
got to be
manage.
And
it was. Unfortunately, Joe Moss, who used to manage the Smiths, when I knew Joe, and he's passed now, so may he rest in peace. Love to all his family who are watching as well. He was a great guy, Joe. I love Joe. But it was him who come up with that quote, not me. And he said to me, "Well, Kierno, you can't manage the unmanageable, can you?" So, and then I did actually think he's talking about Morrissey here. Do you know what I mean? I went, no, well, seriously, yeah. It's kind of like you have to be able to work with people. I'm constantly on the phone to Paul, as he'll tell you. I'm non-stop, mate. I'm non-stop.
So what is your role, as far as Paul's concerned? What is your job to Paul? Is it to get the best out of him? Is it to encourage him? Is it simply to be there in a business sense? What?
Every part of what you've just said.
Yeah,
every
so you're almost
single
like a
part. I've got to get him on the telly.
Job done.
Come on. No. Also, what Paul's an artist, so Paul's music's his own music. That's got nothing to do with me. But what I will do is, even when me and Paul spoke today on the phone before he even knew he was coming on here, because I randomly went, "Hey, by the way, you're going on the telly today," type of thing. But even when he's in the studio, I'll ring him up. And say, "How's it going, mate? And is everything all right?" And on production-wise, I can't really talk about much what Paul's doing on his album, because that's
Paul's album.
Yeah, that's to himself. But I'm going across the studio to work with him in Partington and that sort of thing.
And would you have creative input into that?
It's up to Paul. That's not up to me.
Would you have a creative input into your music?
To a degree.
Yeah, but it's not my album. It's his.
Yeah.
We're different artists, completely different artists. That's the main thing. He's his own entity.
Yeah. So it seems like it's a label that exists more for the artist than for the
completely, yeah.
Capitalisation of it.
Well, obviously, once I start putting on days or, you're doing stuff like that, obviously the label, it's full intentions of trying to start a business, none of us are doing this for free, and anyone who wants to run a record label and says they're not, they're liars, aren't they, basically, it's like, there's no rubbish, there's no telling people fibs in the label. Whoever comes along knows where they stand. And it's kind of like, you can't really be like that with musicians, because especially someone like Paul, who's he's an intelligent guy. He knows where he stands. He knows exactly what's going on, and he knows basically you're doing the production, whatever yourself, and basically with NTM, it's more I'm marketing him. In that perspective, I'm marketing him more than that, trying to promote him, trying to work hard.
You're steering the ship.
Steering the ship.
Yeah.
I built the ship.
Oh, you built it? Oh, okay. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Now then, let's talk a little bit more about what your project at the moment, what your projects are at the moment. And you've got one particular one that kind of runs out this week because it's a Christmas single.
No, it was originally it was originally supposed to be released for Christmas, but with the production, that sort of thing, we decided we're just going to. It doesn't really matter when it's released.
Oh, so it's not a Christmas song. It's just the idea was to release it around Christmas period.
It was originally supposed to be that way, but things with the without I can't really say about the charity.
There's always hurdles.
But it's for a different charity now. It's Rays of Sunshine charity.
Tell us about Rays of Sunshine.
Rays of Sunshine charity is for terminally ill children.
Okay.
So
are they based in the northwest?
They're kind of like UK national.
Okay, so they're not
basically what it is I'm just going to donate all the money from the single to them, etc. And hopefully it'll work out for them. We'll put on days, a day. We'll put on a launch day, etc. So all the money, all profits will go to them from this single. Yeah.
And this is it available at the moment, or are we still waiting for release dates?
it's going to be available. I worked with my best friend of like nearly. I've known Coach Jeets for 20 years. He's one of the best producers. You were in recording with him as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
He's one of the best producers in Manchester. And it's all done on piano, like, you know. So I was quite scared, to be honest. And when I went in to see Gavin, I said, oh, I'm going to try it on the piano. And he was kind of looking, going, hold on. And I said, don't worry, Gav. When I do the vocals, it'll take one take. And he was like, no, it won't, Kierno. Don't even try that with me, because it's like, you know. So I recorded it in the Dungeon in Moss Side. So, but he's just done such a fantastic job. I mean, he's got his album coming out, you know, as well in March. There's going to be, well, in the new year, my album's coming out in March, yours coming out in March. Everything's coming back.
Yeah.
But like, he'll be on there one day. You'll see him, and he's an absolute genius. It's like, and thank you, Gav. Privileged to work with you.
So when we'll get release dates on that, and people will find out about it. They can download it, I assume, from the kind of most major.
Yeah, we'll probably put it on iTunes, etc. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to put anything silly on it like $4.99. I hate egotistic artists. It'd be 99p.
Yeah.
Or 49p. You know, it's you know. All that matters is like the charity gets as much money. If they get a couple of £100 out of it, or they get a couple of thousand out of it, or they get a couple of million out of it, then I'll be regretting this moment.
Well, we've got the exclusive. We've got the exclusive. This has never been played for anybody.
Before, anyway, never on the radio, never on the television. It's only been played to Gav. And it's like, the poor guy's ears are red. He's like, I'm sick of this tune. He's spent 20 hours producing it. He's going to be like...
He knows every nuance of this
Do you know
song.
what? This is the part where he turns his TV remote on.
He'll mute, you know, go make a cup of tea. But this is it. We get the world exclusive. You can grab your axe. The track's called World of Illusions, and as we say, as soon as we get release information, hey, you'll be the first to know, I promise you. But it's our pleasure here at That's Manchester to welcome onto the sofa, performing live with an exclusive performance of World of Illusions. This is Kierno.
And this dedicated to the memory of Terry Sharp. Rest in peace, love. Have a nice Christmas, guys. Today I feel I'm growing old in a crazy sort of way. It's been one of those days. I met this girl, she dressed in blue. She makes me feel so sad. She's like a dream from yesterday. Here I am now. Tell me, what does this mean to you? Well, do you know me? Could you love me? Well, everybody needs a friend or two to make their place in the human race, in a world of illusions. Nothing's ever fair, as if they care, in a world of illusions. Well, all the dreamers start a revolution, try as they may, for a better day. Happy Christmas! The politicians conjure up solutions. Well, could you tell the truth when the answer's here for you? Here I am now. Tell me, what does this mean to you? Do you know me? Could you love me? As everybody needs a friend or two to to make his place in the human race. But it's a world of illusions, and nothing's ever fair. Hey, if you care, in a world of illusions. Seem to get a strange sense of belief when you talk to God. The answer's here for you. But as you close your eyes tonight, don't think too hard. Dream a perfect life. Like it, guys. Oh,